What do you want to do with your one life? Friends, if all you get out of this rotation is this is success. We only have one life in this body. With these dreams, these desires, these gifts, this heart, like what do you really want to do?
Anybody play baseball sports in here? Softball? I played baseball for 15 years. This was little Lucca. This was high school Lucca. Who in here is 16? Y'all, this is what 16-year-old Lucca was. Would you have been my bestie? So, I was on the baseball field right next to Tommy. Now, everybody think about the cool kid on their campus. So, Tommy was the one that was always on the all-star team. I played baseball since I was 5. Like, even the coaches wanted to be his best friend. And we were taking a little break at shortstop. It was like 110 degrees in Madera, California. I grew up on a farm. And Tommy looked me in the eye and said, "Lucca, can I tell you something?" And yo, when the coolest kid sees you, I was like, in my head, like, heck yes, like, what's up? Tommy said, "For the longest time, I've known you since you were 5, I thought you were gay. Now that I know you're straight, you're really cool, and I would love for you to be part of our crowd." And in that moment, want to know what 16-year-old Lucca did? Yes! After years and years of trying to fit in, of trying to fit this mold, to be right, to be accepted, the cool kid validated me. Was it who I was? No. But y'all, I thought there was no other option. So 16-year-old Lucca made a promise to himself that this is what I'm going to build my confidence on. For decades, it's just so wild now talking about it. For decades, I lived for this external validation. I thought confidence was something that was solely built on the external. And as humans, as all of us, we crave this external validation. We use external criteria as a means to first find and then judge our self-worth. Whether it's achievements, appearance, being part of a cool crowd, a relationship, nice things, money, getting elected to the ASB office, doing more and more and more, being more and more and more to finally feel enough. We crave this validation from people we look up to, from our advisors, from principals, from parents, from siblings, from grandparents. We crave this validation to finally feel worthy, to finally feel confident. So in high school, I craved this validation so much from my nonno. I just craved him telling me, "Lucca, I am so proud of the man you are. You're making the Petrucci name so proud." Or my verbally abusive dad finally telling me, looking me straight in the eyes and saying, "Great job on the baseball field. I love you." Me asking my mom, "What should I wear? What job should I apply to? What college should I apply to? What should I do with my life? Mom, what's best for me?" And for so many years, I felt like I was yelling out to the world, like, world, society, friends, family, what makes you happy? What makes you proud? Now, the validation and affirmation is so important, and we'll talk about that later. But if you solely build all your confidence on how people respond to you, or if you achieve something, what happens if someone doesn't respond to you well, or you don't hit the mark after doing your best and showing up as
as yourself.
What if people criticize you, don't agree with you? What if people don't accept you for you? What if the external validation doesn't align with what is honest, true, and authentic about you? Because you don't fit in the box. Because you're different.
I suppressed and repressed so many parts of my authenticity and my honesty that I forgot who I was. And why did I do this from age 5 to 22? Because hiding was so much easier than going against the good, correct, right way to live.
I believe that many of us hide in a small, restricted, confined box created by rules and expectations of someone else to be normal, to belong, to be accepted. I believe that many of us in this room hide the most honest parts of ourselves because of fear, because of self-doubt, because of worry what other people will think, because of judgment, shame, guilt. But what about our expansive expressions of being with all these unique parts? What about all the special parts that make us whole? What happens to them? They go into hiding because in this box, there's no room to be different. There's no room to be whole with all your parts. There's no room for you to freely be you. Whether it's hiding a personality trait, a skill, a passion, a goal, a dream, whether it's hiding something that you think you'll be called weird for, or, this was me, a dream, a goal, or desire that is different than your family, than your older siblings, your older cousins, your parents, your grandparents. Whether it's hiding your culture, your ancestry, whether it's hiding your voice, your identity, your gender, your sexuality, your story.
So what we're going to do today is I'm going to share with you 4 practices to help you become more confident in your authenticity, in who you are. All right? So when I say authenticity, this is what I mean right here. Boop, boop, this way. Okay. I believe that authenticity is honoring each part of you that makes you you. So as I read these words, I want every single person in the room to answer these 3 questions in their mind. The first, what part of you are you proud of? The second, which part of you are you learning to love? And the last one, which part of you do you find yourself hiding? Your voice, your story, your dreams, your hobbies, your feelings, your body image. Y'all, which one of these parts of you are you so proud of? Your interests, your passions, the things that fulfill you, your core values, your creativity. Y'all, which one of these are you learning to love? Your leadership abilities, your gender identity, your sexuality, your gender expression, your culture, and your ancestry, your gifts and your skills. Now, which one of these do you hide, y'all? It is wild being a human in 2024 with everything happening in the world and in our minds. Am I right or am I right? That's right. Y'all, this last week, oh my goodness gracious. So which part of you do you find yourself hiding? Is it your goals? Maybe you have a little different goals than your bestie or your parents. Your beliefs, your relationships, your personality traits, your purpose, your spirituality, struggles and challenges, your growth and evolution, and people and experiences who shaped you. So, as I share my story right now, and as I share these 4 practices over the next 35 minutes, I want you to reflect on those 3 questions. What part of you are you proud of? What part of you are you learning to love? And what part of you do you find yourself hiding to fit in?